Stay connected. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.
As everyone knows, obviously with the pandemic, the nursing homes have been the strictest on the lockdowns because of the elderly's vulnerabilities, which I fully understand. It's been a year. Last summer they opened up visits, very limited, in person. The hours are 10 to noon. I went and saw my mom once. They have had window visits when they do not have a positive staff or resident case. If that's the case, it's quarantine, and then they do video chats, and I'll do those with my mom nightly. Everybody sees on the news about them opening up visitation. There are visitations, again, it's from 10 to noon. I work from 7 to 3 and I work in Ithaca. All I want to do is have a half hour with my mom, because that's all you're allotted, after the hours of 3 o'clock. I have asked repeatedly, and they won't do it. One time, the biggest reason they say is staff. I've had the social workers say he would stay. I'm asking from 3:30 to 4 o'clock. I don't expect anybody to stay until 8, 7, anything. I'm asking for a half hour of their time, of somebody's time, to see my mom. I brought her up here from North Carolina. When I first brought her up here, I was here 7 nights a week with her, religiously. 6:30 to 8 o'clock, religiously. I missed very few nights. After her dinner, we'd go back to her room, we'd watch TV, do puzzles. I put her in pajamas and I brushed her teeth and put her to bed. You go from that to a phone call, you can't see her. Again, I understand why, but I've seen a huge decline in her. And I mean, people just want to see their families. I want to see my mom. And I don't want to see her end of life. It's not how I want to see my mom.
Let me ask you this. When's the last time that you have seen her?
In actual person?
Sure.
In person, I saw her last summer. Side note, she had surgery a week ago, a very serious surgery. The only reason I was able to see her because I took her to the appointments. So I saw her 4 doctor appointments. She had a tumor on her carotid artery down in Sayre, Pennsylvania, the Guthrie down there. Aside from the surgery, extenuating circumstances, that's the only way I've been to see her. Granted, that's also not the happiest way. This was a big surgery. Brought her back here last Friday, and I haven't seen her since. The only way I've seen my mom is either through a plate glass window or on a computer screen, a video. It's not the same as seeing your family member in person.
When you've asked the staff, what have they said to you?
For the later hours?
Yes.
Staffing. They say staffing. Apparently they're short staff, I guess, after 3 o'clock. When I did go last summer, fall, it was in a courtyard because it was warm weather. They probably had 3, 4, I don't know if it was higher than 4, I don't want to misspeak, several management people to monitor your visit. Me and my mom sat across a patio table, but they had several people walking around, pacing back and forth to make sure you didn't touch your family member. I understand that, but it was very unnerving and very impersonal. It just, you felt like you were being watched, and you were.
How often have you asked, and when was the last time that you asked to see?
Last time I asked was Thursday. How often? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 times I'm going to say that I know of. Definitely 2. I don't want to say 3.
Did you speak with the same staff member each time?
The director, yes. I called him Thursday and I said, he goes, "Oh, is this Kim?" I said, "It is." "Well, how are you doing? How are you doing today?" And I said, "Not real good, Scott. I can't see my mom still." "Yeah, sorry about that." That you're sorry about that? Do something about it. I'm asking for a half hour. It doesn't seem unrealistic to me. And if staffing is your reason, and I've said this, maybe it's time to move my mom. Because if you're short-staffed, I'm not saying other places aren't, but the other facilities, hours are 1 to 4:30 or 1 to 5. They seem to be more willing to accommodate late afternoon, early afternoon to into late. 10 to noon is, I can't do it. I can't. I haven't seen my mom in a year. And any other people haven't seen their families. I understand the virus is dangerous, contagious for elderly people. My mom has had her shot. I had my first dose. I'm getting my second dose in 2 more weeks. I mean, there's so many things they could do. The adult daycare is a large room. It's closed. I have tried to make a phone call to the director. Can you just do an afternoon? 1. I saw my mom 7 days a week. I'm asking for 1 half hour. That's all I'm asking for. And I just keep getting told we can't do that. Anybody, Cortland County Department of Health, if they can ask them why and a reason, I want a half hour. And any help I can get with that, this little bitty protest, you putting in an article, that's all I want.
Stay connected. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.